let's see about the last thermodynamic property, that is your Gibbs free energy change. And you know the formula of delta G, it is equals to delta H minus T delta S, right? And you know, for any process to be spontaneous, what should be the case for delta G? Your delta G should be negative. If your delta G is 0, you are at equilibrium. If it is more than 0, what will happen? The reaction or the process is not feasible. And if it is less than 0, only in that case your process will be becoming feasible, right? So for adsorption also, your delta G must be negative. Now there are two factors which affect your delta G. One is your delta H, that is already negative. Another one is your delta S, which is also negative, right? Now the problem is, let's see first over here. In adsorption, delta S is negative. Delta S is also sufficiently negative as a combination of two factor. Delta G is negative, right? So you know that over here, this particular thing negative, this particular thing negative, but temperature is going to be positive. And when you multiply negative with negative, your whole quantity become positive. Now this thing is negative, this thing overall T delta S is going to be negative, T delta S is going to be positive. Now if the temperature will increase, right, as the temperature will increase, what will happen? Your delta G value will become less and less negative. That is, it will be approaching towards the 0. Delta H become less and less negative as the adsorption proceeds and proceeds further and further, and ultimately it becomes your 0, right? And in the ultimately it becomes 0, and if the temperature is further increased, it will be becoming positive, right? So again, understand this thing negative, this whole thing is your positive, right? If the temperature will increase, we have studied, with increase of temperature, your desorption will be preferred and you are be going into the opposite or in the backward direction. So also delta H also decreases with your adsorption. Why so? This question is a very good one. Can you answer it using your critical thinking? Why does your enthalpy change is decreasing with the time? Why does it is decreasing? The reason is again very simple. It is because your number of sites are decreasing, right? If the number of sites will decrease, the number of attractive forces will also decrease, right? If the vacant sites are available, if the seat music in the musical chairs, if chair is available, only then you are going to sit, right? Unless, what will happen? You will be kicked out of the game. Same is happening over here. With adsorption, the number of surfaces are getting filled, right? So that is why delta H is becoming less and less negative. In the initial, the number of vacant sites are maximum, while at the end of the process, the number of vacant sites will be the minimum or approaching 0. That is why your delta H is becoming less and less negative, because there is no attractive forces are there. Attractive forces will only be there when adsorbent and adsorbent will be coming together. But if the vacant sites are not there, adsorbent will not come to adsorbent. No force of attraction, no heat release. That is why delta H will be decreasing. So adsorption occurs at lower temperature. This thing we have established, that adsorption should occur at a lower temperature. Now let us see a question on it. For adsorption, the thermodynamic requirement is that delta H must be negative. We know it should be negative. Delta S must be negative. Yes, you saw it. It was also negative. Delta G must be negative. You saw again it was also negative, right? So in the last option, if you will see, I have given delta S, delta H and delta G must be negative. Obviously, this is your correct answer, right? So all the three thermodynamics factor have to be negative for adsorption to be occurring, right? Let's see our next topic in this one, and that is your types of adsorption. Now we'll be discussing. There will be two types of adsorption, physical and the chemical,